Hey guys, I'm on here today not to sing a happy song or not to talk about PS Vitas or Nintendos or whatever the case may be. I'm here to talk about a serious topic. I'm here to discuss the issue of bullying. Since I was knee high, since I was in primary, I was bullied, and I was bullied very, very badly. I would be bullied in school. I was bullied in secondary school, and in secondary school it got a lot worse. But I would come home from being bullied, and I would be bullied at home. I was living at that time with my grandmother, and I'd also been bullied from her, as all my family had been bullied from her. There were times when I'd get down at the side of my bed at night, I would pray to God for to kill me. That's how bad things got. I would pray to God for to kill me because I thought that being dead was better than being bullied, because I wouldn't be able to go through the bullying situation that I actually did go through. When I was going to secondary school, I had a medical condition called incontinence. Now, I had a very weak bladder, and at the time I was leaking urine, which did tend to smell a little, and at that I was very embarrassed and very cautious, or not cautious, but very conscious of it. And because of that, I was called really bad names. I was called fish, I was called stinky. I just, everyone just decided to gang up, just like they do, you could say, to my own daughter. My name is Margaret Atkinson. I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, I'm a wife, but most of all, I am a mother. I'm a mother of the most wonderful daughter you could possibly ever see. She has taught me that standing strong does tend to help, and does help. For years I've kept this locked away. I didn't really want to tell anybody that I was actually being bullied. In school I couldn't concentrate. I passed my junior cert and failed my leaving cert. Um, it just it just shocked me and shell shocked me to the core when I found out that my own daughter was being bullied also. We moved house in 2011 to stop this bullying and to stop her life being threatened. When we moved here, we found a fantastic school that was a complete anti-bullying school. We were made sign a form just in case Nanette Michaela did tend to, you could say, bully anybody else. I'm just saying that she wouldn't, but if she did bully anybody, she would be given one chance and one chance only. And if the bullying continued, she would be expelled. And I had to sign a form for that, as well as every other single mother or parent for the children of the school. So their anti-bullying campaign was absolutely fantastic in that school. Um, for years, my daughter had an issue with bullying since she was young. Um, and that bullying ended up getting severe in secondary school. In secondary school, she had beautiful long hair, which was basically down halfway down her back, and she cut that up really, really short, which had to be professionally cut short because of the fact that she had cut so much, chunks of it. Um, she was she was born. How could I explain? Okay, her father is a Filipino, and because of her beautiful tan skin, in school they thought, you know, the people in school thought, right, okay, this is the opportunity that we have to start bullying, and they ended up calling her ugly nigger, which was a very discriminating and very racist remark. Because of this, I went to the school and I had war with the school, and this was stopped for 3 days. 3 days. And the whole bullying started up again. After this, she ended up going into her room. She'd go into her room on a Saturday morning, and I may not see her till the afternoon. I'd try and bring up a cup of coffee or a cup of tea to her room, and she'd have the door locked. When I'd ask her what was wrong, she wouldn't tell me. She'd say that she was on her phone, that she was doing this, that. And behind closed doors, she was self-harming herself. She was cutting her own hands and cutting her own arms up here, just about here. And this hurt me, because I could see my daughter. I could see my daughter wasting, and I could see her doing things that I would never have dreamed that my own daughter would have done. And I took matters in my own hand. I went down and I had a word with the school, and just things weren't being done, and that's what compelled me to actually move house. Since we've been here in this home and since we've moved, it's been the best thing that we ever did. We are so happier. She's at peace now. She doesn't have to worry about those bullies anymore. She's found a ton of friends, and I'm just happy for her that she's able to stand up on her own 2 feet, and she's created this beautiful group. You know, it's an absolutely wonderful group on Facebook to help other teenagers or other youth that are just like herself, that have been bullied, that are afraid to speak out, you know. And you know, being an admin of this group, I am just so proud of what my daughter has become and what she's doing to help other, you know, children like herself to come together and stand, you know, together, just to hold hands and, you know, basically speak out what's happened to them. I'm going to turn the time over to Michaela. She's going to tell you about her incident and how it felt to her to be, you know, how it felt to her being bullied. She might have some nice words of advice to any of you out there that are watching this that are being bullied. You know, my advice to you as a mother would be, please talk to your mom. She's your best friend, and in the end of the day, she is the one that will listen and will understand. And if you feel like you can't talk to your mom, talk to somebody whom you can trust, somebody that you will love and that you know is there for you. Be it your father, be it an aunt, be it an uncle, be it a relative, be it a friend, whomever you can trust, go to. So I'm now going to turn over the time to Michaela, and she will tell you about her instance and how she felt.
Hey guys, bullied. I was like bullied all my life. The bullying started like when I went into I think it was like just toddlers class. Um, and when I was 5, a teacher asked me to do something, and usually, you know, 5-year-olds, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, like, they don't know what's right, they don't know what's wrong. And when I was like 5, as I was saying, teacher asked me to do something, and I wouldn't do it. And then she rapped me over the knuckles with a ruler. And obviously, I ran home crying that day. Well, I didn't run home. My mom collected me, and I was crying. She knew that there was something wrong, and I was crying. And I told my mom, well, in a 5-year-old sense, you know, like, can my mommy, teacher hit me or something like that. Um, but yeah, I told my mom, and like, my mom obviously went down to the teacher, well, to the principal at that time, and obviously it was like, it wasn't really sorted out because she's still working there to this day. She's still working at the school, so it wasn't really sorted out. Um, but yeah, I was bullied like all my life. But first grade was okay. First grade was fine. Um, to a point. I mean, people were still like, you know, kind of like not as, you know, first graders, just like not playing with me or something, or not inviting me into their games out in the yard. And yeah, it really started like from second year. I mean, from second class all the way up to second year. Um, it got harder and it got more intense every single year that I kind of went into school. Um, I mean, in primary, um, everybody was blaming me for stuff that they done. I mean, like there's this game or something called Truth or Dare, and like, you know, they dare you to kiss girls on the like the lips and everything, and I was just like, what? And then anyway, somebody told the teacher, and I wasn't involved in any of it, and yet somebody involved me in it. They were just like, yeah, this person done it, allow it, Michaela. And I was like, I didn't do it. And then teacher gave me a note to send home to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I didn't do it. I wasn't involved in it. I mean, like that's just gross. And then anyway, I was just like if the teacher was like believing other people that were bullying me, and he knew it, I felt the teacher was like believing the bullies over me, and he knew that the people that were bullying me, and I didn't tell like anybody about the bullying in primary, and I really wish I did, because then they wouldn't have bullied me all the way up. But yeah, when I went into high school, that was the most that was the most intense bullying ever that I've ever been through. It was the most. It was you couldn't imagine all the remarks I've gotten. When I first went into high school, you know, when you go into high school, you start a new year, like like first year in high school, you're just like really nervous whether you fit in, and I was like that. And I'm a friend to everybody. I mean, like I don't judge people just by their looks. I judge people of like their personality and what way they're like to me, you know. Um, but like I don't pass remarks about anybody. I'm not that type of person. Um, and like I think people that judge people of their looks and the way they look, or not of their personality, I think they're just I don't even know what to think of them, because they're not really people. Um, well, they are, but like they're not really entirely people, if that's what you could say. But yeah,
You had that
first year,
incident with Ugly Nigger, didn't you, when they called you
yeah,
that kind
I'm getting there. First year, first year I was called, you know, bitch and all those things, and I was called diseased or something, and then like anybody that came near me, they go like ugh or something like that. Like if they're like if I was like something that they didn't like or anything, they would just step back, and I'm just like okay. And then anyway, um, I tried to ignore it. I tried to be strong. Yeah, I tried to um, tell people, you know, back off. You know, um, it's not your life, it's my life, sort of thing. You know, but it got to me. They just, I, anything that I done, they always done something more to add to like to add to the pain that they're like putting me through and the hurt. And then anyway, in second year, first year, was really bad, but second year it was the worst. It was the ultimate worst. I mean, like, I couldn't even imagine the pain I've been through in second year. It was hurtful. The start of second year, yeah, as everybody, as you know yourself, I've been bullied all my life, and like in second year, I know I was going to get bullied again. So I thought, if I put on more makeup and stuff like that, that I would, that people would like me. I put on like to the point. It was like it was really bad. It was my most baddest makeup day ever. I put on like loads of foundation, loads of
You looked a
mascara.
bit like a ghost.
I looked like a goth. I looked like a goth, seriously. I looked like a goth going to school. I looked like a bad version of Marilyn Manson. I did. And I really regret it because I actually did really, really did look, it looked bad. Um, it was really bad, and I like natural makeup, but this was going way beyond my makeup, and I thought people would like me because people in my school wore like tons of makeup. I mean, like, they were just like decorating a cake on their bloody face. It was really, really bad. There was like rainbow colors all over their face. It was really weird. But I went into that school with I went into school looking like a goth, you could say. And funny enough, people didn't bully me. Okay, so you have to go into the school looking like a goth for people to bully you, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I look ridiculous. I was like in the mirror in the bathroom. I was like, I look ridiculous. I look a mess.
There was a situation at one stage when you had that on that I did actually give out to her stating, what are you doing with the amount of makeup on your face?
And my mom made me take it off before I went to school.
Take it off, not took it off.
Yeah, my mom made me take it off before I went to school, and I took it off, and I put the makeup that I used for my face into my bag, which she didn't know without her looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to school, I put on my makeup, looking like a complete goth. I seriously did. And at big break, I went to the bathroom again when there was no girls there. I was like, oh my goodness, I look like a bloody goth. I don't like to. This is not me. I was like that, I was like thinking in the mirror, looking in the mirror. I was like, this is not me.
Basically, what you were doing was putting on a face that other people would like, and
I was putting on like a different face. I was pretending to be somebody else.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't pretending to be myself. I mean, I wasn't pretending. I wasn't being myself. I was pretending to be somebody else that I wasn't. And I was just like, no, this is not me. So all the way to big break, when I had that horrible makeup on, people didn't bully me. But when I took it off, people started bullying me, and they were like, they were calling me names. And then at last class in Irish, I was standing outside the door, like a normal student would do, waiting for the teacher to come and lock the door and to teach us our class. And anyway, this guy came up, and this guy came up, and then he came up to me and he was like, ugly nigger. And I was like, what? And he was like, ugly nigger. And he kept on saying it to me until the teacher was like, it was like a corner, and then like so his friend told him that teacher was coming, and I was just like, and he was like, he stopped straight away when teacher came, and then all the way through Irish class, I was not concentrating. Even the teacher asked me something in Irish, like a question in Irish, and I just couldn't. I had to make up an answer, and obviously he knew I was wrong. And then other people started snickering under their breath because I got the question wrong. And I went home that day because I had to take a bus from my school to my house, well, to my old house. And I went into the bus anyway, and I tried to hold back the tears. And I listened to MJ, and that always seemed to help. But when I got home, I ran upstairs to my room, and my mom was in her room, and her room and my old room were right across the way from each other. And I came in and I went upstairs to my room. I dropped my bag down near the steps. I ran upstairs to my room and I slammed the door and I locked the door. And then anyway, I was stuck in a room, stuck in like a locked room, and like in there like was I had a cat. Well, my mom has a cat, and like and there was a lady, our cat, and that was just there. It was only me and her, and I was here sitting on my bed, crying, and I had this knife under my mattress, and I was like starting to cut myself and everything. And then my mom was like banging on the door, Michaela, Michaela, Michaela. I heard her, but I ignored her. And then anyway, when I finally unlocked the door after like 2 hours, she was like, "What are you doing?" And then I was like, "Mom, mom, mom," and I started crying, and I cried, and like she saw the scars, and she's like, "Michaela, tell me right now," and it took me like an hour to tell her, and then I told her, and she went straight down to the school, and nothing was done. The teachers, I mean, like, yeah, it was done for 3 days. Nobody bullied me, nobody gave me remarks for 3 days, and it was really, really bad. And then after 3 days, the bullies started to come at me again, and my mom told the teacher again, and the teacher didn't do anything. And they were just like, it was more like if they were like on the bully side more than mine, and like they were just like a drama queen or something like that, and I would just do this for attention, and I was just like, what? And then it was just awful. The school was awful, but yeah, my mom decided that we move, and it was the best decision ever. I'm in a school now where there was no bullying. I could find peace there, and I have friends there, finally. I mean, like, I had one friend in my old school, and she's still my best friend now, but she's getting bullied, and I'm helping her. But, yeah, the best advice I can give you guys is to be strong and tell somebody when you feel like if there's nobody there. Tell a teacher, and if the teachers don't do anything, tell your parents. I mean, seriously, tell your parents. I mean, it's the best choice you can ever do. Yes, you could tell a friend when you're at school, but when you're at home, you gotta tell your parents. I mean, don't do what I do and do a stupid thing by cutting myself. I mean, like that I only know like after when I came out of the school that like cutting is a stupid thing to do. I mean, like, you shouldn't do it. And like, just tell your mom or your dad or whoever you trust in your family, your uncle, your auntie, anyone that you trust that's an adult. Tell them. I mean, like, they can help you, and they can like encourage you and give you advice. Like, exactly. My best friend is my mom and my family. Aww. Because I can tell her about anything, because like I'm a girl and I can tell her stuff that I wouldn't tell to men. And like, although I'm like really kind of like provocative, I don't know what you call that word,
provocative,
yeah, that to tell her, but I tell her in the end. And although it takes me like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, well, not 4 hours, so it won't give me that long, but yeah, it takes me a long time, but I still get there, and I feel a lot better telling my mom. And the coolest thing about it is I know I'm terrified of spiders. My mom's terrified of spiders, but the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my whole life was go back to my old school and face the people who were terrifying me like a year ago, and I was like 2 or 3 months I went back to my old school, and every single guy was like looking me up, and then like my friend who was there, she saw me and she gave me a big hug and everything, and everybody thought I was coming back to school. So this teacher who really hated me, and I hated him back because he hated me, because nobody hates Michaela. And then
Exactly.
he was like, "Are you coming back to us, Michaela?" And I was like, "No, I'm never coming back to the school." I won't say the one thing that I said because there's a bad word in it, but all I can say is that I won't come back to this
shitty school.
Yes,
I can say it because I'm an adult.
yeah, and yeah. So she's my cuss box. But anyway, yeah, I said I'll never come back to this beep school, right? And yeah, and he was just surprised. He just walked off with his tail between his legs, and that was the most happiest moment ever. And yeah, when I came out of that school, I was like, yeah, I'm done with that school. And now my friend's getting bullied, and I'm trying my best so much to help her. She feels like that she could tell anybody when she's with me, so I'm trying to help her. And yeah, so that's my story. And like, guys, you really need to tell somebody and be strong. Stand up for yourself. I mean, don't let anybody come in your way. I mean, like, if you had the choice, I mean, to like stand up for yourself and be bullied your whole life, you would obviously choose to stand up for yourself. So that's what you do. You go stand up for yourself, dust yourself off, you know, and say, nobody messes with me. I mean, like, if they mess with me, they
mess with my whole family.
They mess with my whole family. I mean, like, you have a whole army. I mean, like, your family is your army. They're your shield when you can't, you know, carry on. I mean, like, I know my mom is my shield.
Even though you may not think that your mom understands you, trust me, she does. She actually understands a lot more than actually what you would actually know, or what you would even think that she knows. Trust me, go to her, tell her. You will see that there will be a difference. And if your mom doesn't do anything, then go to the next best person that you can trust, like being an aunt or an uncle or a cousin or a friend even, or even even if there's a teacher in your school that you're really close to. Go and tell the teacher, tell her or him, whoever the case may be, you know, that you are being bullied and this is a story, you cannot concentrate, and that's why your grades are going down. I can guarantee you they will help you. If they have any sense of compassion or even consideration in relation to the fact that of your grades, then I can tell you straight away that you're going to be protected.
Yeah.
But you do have to tell somebody. You have to stand strong, and together we can put an end to this bullying.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought my mom didn't understand anything I was going through.
Thanks.
Secret number 1 revealed.
I'll get you back for that later.
But yeah, I thought my mom didn't understand anything I was going through, and my mom revealed to me her bullying story, and she knew I was being bullied, and she knew I was being like really, really bullied, and she knew I didn't tell her, and like she just revealed to me one day about her bullying story, and it made me feel a lot better, because it made me feel like somebody has been through the same thing that I've been through,
and you're not on your own.
And I'm not on my own.
Exactly.
And like, you know,
and neither are you.
No, neither are you, or you, or you, or you, or you.
Are you there behind the person in the black coat?
But like, nobody is alone. I mean, like, I thought I was alone, but I'm not. Once I have my mom, I am never alone. Once I have you guys, I'm never alone. You know, once I have friends and family that love me, that's all that matters. All that matters even more to me than my boyfriend, sorry to say. But he loves me too, don't get me wrong, he loves me too. Gee, Mikey must think I'm a bad person after this. But like, seriously, no, he loves me too. And once I have all that behind me, yeah, I'm loved now, and I'm starting to love myself now.
You are loved.
And yeah, about my group on Facebook, I'll post your link down below. Go into it whenever you want. It's open to anybody whatsoever. All the people on there, all the admins on there have agreed to not post any bad comments, and have agreed to if they're talking to you like in chat, if they add you a friend and in chat, they promise to have completely private and confidential
Exactly.
conversations between one and you.
And don't worry, anybody that is caught putting nasty remarks is deleted straight away.
Deleted straight
Don't
away.
worry.
And it's reported, and the person is blocked from the group.
We are here, and we are here to help you to stand strong and to stand together. We can make this bullying stop, as I keep saying. We will make it stop, but we have to stand together.
We have to stand together and like be there for when people are at their lowest, and they will be there for you. And so
this is it, and
yeah, we love you guys.
you know what to do, guys.
We love you guys.
We love you.
See my eyes from love. But yeah, we love you guys so much. And when you think you're alone, you're never alone.
You're never alone.
We love you guys.
Take care.